Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency market, but I have the SP 500 on my screen. And I think most of you know that I follow my channel. And by the way, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, be really, really appreciated. And new subscribers, I do appreciate you too. So here's the deal, guys. If the S&P 500 is crashing like a rock, probably Bitcoin is going to have a serious headwind, won't be able to go up. So if this is trending up, then Bitcoin more than likely has a good shot to trend up. But the data right now that I'm looking at, guys, for the S&P 500, it's pointing more towards it's doing a corrective bounce. It's just going to be a multi-month bounce, maybe even longer. I don't know how long this is going to go on, but it's a long bounce up. How high is it going to go? Right now, I have targets between 44 to 45, I think. Yeah, 44 to 40. Yeah, about 4,400 right now for the S&P 500, guys. And I know there's a lot of stuff out there saying it's going to go down. I mean, the banking situation, banking crisis, and all that other stuff, and it's going to go on and on. You're going to see more of that in the news and the media and Bloomberg and CNBC and all over the place. And guess what, guys? Banking crisis right here in March, and we have it again. And where's the S&P 500? It's just below 4,200 still, isn't it? So what is the chart telling you? Okay, so the media is telling you it's going to go like that. Don't think so, guys. I don't think so. Right here in the S&P 500. Okay, right here with the S&P 500, guys. Now, mind you, I think I want to relay this. I'm doing more than to the S&P 500 to find the trend on this asset than just putting Elliott wave counts on it, okay? That's a probability game on these Elliott wave counts. So you got to go find data of possibly however you want to do that, a quant analysis, go check everything that's within the S&P 500 and et cetera, to get the highest probability of what's going on with this, with the indices, okay? Because if you look at the, so for example, right, take a look at the Russell 2000. It looks like crap. Everybody says it's going to drop like a rock. Why is it going down? I mean, go look at all the bank stocks, guys. I mean, it's red. Like, see the chart of all the bank stocks? They're all red, deep red. And that's what's mostly in the Russell 2000. So it's dragging it down. Now, does that mean all the stocks in the Russell 2000 are bad? There's some ones in there that are probably going up. So you have stocks. So it's like this, guys. You can have stocks in the Russell 2000 that are trending like this, but you have all the banks are going like this, right? But the Russell 2000 indice is going like this, while you have stocks going like that, okay? A good example of that is Elf Beauty that I talked about in May of 22, I think May or June of 22. Well, everything was going down. It's a matter of picking the right stocks. Here's Elf Beauty, guys. Look at that. Moonshot. It's cryptocurrency moonshot. Elf Beauty. See that? And I was saying right here, June, somewhere in this area. And, well, there you go. Boom. You see? 4x from almost a 4x in a year. So what I'm saying is that you can have stocks that are trending up. Just a matter of finding them. While the other indice, while the whole indice looks like it's going down, as an example. Hope that makes sense what I'm explaining to you guys, what's going on there. And S&P 500 is the same thing. It has some banking stocks. So you can see the SPX is down 1.16%, but the SP 500 financials is down. Let me get rid of my thing. I'll show an example. Is down even more, okay? So just as an example, guys, what the trend. So you were trying to find the overall trend of the market. So you can find the overall trend of what's going to go on with Bitcoin for the rest of the year. But here's the S&P 500. Sorry, I got a little bit long-winded. Just want to explain some things to you guys. You can't find some underlying assets that are out there to find some, as an example, some stocks that are trending up in the Russell 2000 while the banks are going down. It does exist. So what I'm saying is Russell 2000 might not be a good reflection of what's going on. If you're looking at only the indices, let's say you're just looking at the Russell 2000. If you're looking at only that, and that's your gauge on what's going on in the market, you'd go, yeah, we're in a crisis. And there is a minor banking crisis right now, guys, but that means you should buy Bitcoin. You should buy Bitcoin. probably safer to have Bitcoin, even though it's real volatile. Let's get Bitcoin, guys. So here we got it. We got an impulsive move right here on the S&P 500 with divergence, and it ripped out of there. You got divergence on stochastics too. So you have an impulse move over here. So what is it going to do? So here's the deal with the S&P. Well, I think it's going to just be more of a patient waiting game, guys. Wanted to get it down here correct. That's going to probably could affect Bitcoin a little bit. Let's not kid ourselves, right? If this is going to trend down, probably Bitcoin could trend down a little bit too, right? It's possible, or Bitcoin could go sideways. I think Bitcoin is going to be kind of in a range down, maybe as low as 25, 26K. It could get down there, guys. That's what I think is going to be going on. But you have an impulsive move over here, and you have a flat right here in the middle. Okay, a one big flat, and then this is going to be the pattern that it is doing. So you have a move there, right? And it came back down here for your three-wave move, and now it's got a move there, and then come back down for this move, and then it should be trending into this move over here, guys. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. Now, how high is this going to go remains to be seen. We have a lot of things to get through, but if the S&P 500 could be doing this trend like this, guys, then Bitcoin is going to have a shot to make more of a trend move up. Okay, so this is the S&P 500. The NASDAQ is in a similar situation. I don't want to go over that too much. So that leaves us with Bitcoin. Okay, so let me go over a couple things here with you on Bitcoin. I think it's going to trend kind of sideways. We might see a little bit of upside too, looking at it sideways and up for a little bit. But don't be surprised if Bitcoin comes down and tests like this 26 area, guys. Okay, as long as Bitcoin is up above 25.2 in this area, Bitcoin is fine, guys. I mean, this whole area, you could say that Bitcoin could have been in a sideways range since the 20th of March, and maybe going in 20 May for 2 months. Okay, so this is not unusual behavior for Bitcoin. It's not unusual behavior, because if you go right over here, look at that, 23 of April, and it went sideways all the way into July. So it's April, May, June, July. It's 3 months, and it went up a little bit, and then went over here. So if you went from here to here, you're looking at quite some time. I think I took it at 4 months, right? So you got 4 months, and then you can see. Look at this right here. You see this little tiny wave? It went up, back down, up, back down. It's a little baby 1, 2, 1, 2. And then it started going boom, 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 like that. Little baby 1, 2. So how long did it take to do the baby 1, 2s? So you got a little child and then a baby. Okay. So if Bitcoin was right here, 5 September, look at that. That was 30 days. And if you go right there, that's 32 days. So it took it 1 month to make a little baby 1, 2, 1, 2, and a little baby 1, 2. That's what that is right there, guys. That's your perfect example. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Now, maybe Bitcoin is going to do something like that over here. Maybe this is the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know, but don't be surprised if it rolls back around, guys. To these areas. I think it's fine. Looking at the data down here, let me get rid of some of these indicators I was looking at and throw on the stochastics. Is it's resetting its wave sequence as far as I'm concerned in the RSI. Okay, so if it ended here, this could have been correction, and then maybe it's done there, or maybe it needs to finish it back off to get back down over here, guys. So I still have targets for it to hit near $40,000 short-term target, like right here above 32, 33, and then into this box area, guys, is what I'm looking for. I think it just needs to hang out in here for a little while, wait for the S&P 500 to do the correction, NASDAQ do its little bit of a correction, maybe drag it down a little bit, and then it's going to get ready to go. So it's like a little bit of a breather that you have going on here with Bitcoin, guys, just like kind of like over here, okay, and a similar type deal. All right, so the longer it stays in there, the longer that here's the deal, the longer it stays in there and goes sideways and starts dragging this down, kind of like it was over here. Remember when I was telling you about this? Starts dragging it down. You see it go sideways like it does up there, guys, and it's kind of dragging this down. That means it's burning off the RSI, and it's getting ready to do what? Bam, go like that, guys, okay? That's what you want to look for, okay? So if Bitcoin wanted to, so one of the things, it could drop from here, but as an example, you could sometimes see it when it's going to go bearish, when it's going bearish, right? So then it'll start like bringing it up. It starts going up, 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 right? It's not breaking the high, and then you're like, uh-oh, what's it going to do, right? It's not really trending. It's just kind of going up and it doesn't feel, it doesn't seem quite right. Like the RSI moved a long distance, but the price didn't. That's usually a signal that it's going to bam, go like that, guys. It's going to drop. Okay. That's what it was doing over here, like right here. Okay. I'll show you an example of that. Okay. Just show you an example looking at that. You see this price movement? You see this price. So look, it's all the way down here. And look how what it did. Came back down here, it's dragging it up. And then this price movement is just right here. Look at that. Boom, dragged it up, right? Came back around and then bam, brought it back down. That's a good example. It's kind of how it does, you know, so how it does it when it's bearish compared to when it is bullish. So, all right, here's Bitcoin. Now I'm on the daily chart. All right, so I still think with Bitcoin, you have a good shot that it's going up to make a wave over here. Is it complete the sequence over here? I don't know, but I was telling some people on Twitter that I was looking at some software running some probabilities and analytics on Bitcoin. And one of the things that it did pop up that I found rather interesting with Bitcoin up here is that in this section, you see this section, I'm right in this section right here, is that you need to consider that it made a flat up there, a flat. So if you see right here, like I'll to show you something with Bitcoin, is that the theory is that this is 1, 2, this is your 3, your 4, and it made a 5. But if you see right here, you put your trend right across there, you see how it touch, and then, you know, you go like this, you clone it, you take it, the exact same one, and you come right down here and you go, look at that. Huh, little, you take the wicks out, right? Like perfect little touches right down there, right? And this here is a three-way move, and then you got a three-way move, and you got a three-way move. Okay, so you know, the program, you know, is like, I think it might be right here. You know, I was like, put it on there, and I went, wait a second, here's a perfect little flat right up there. Okay, so the whole thing is that what it did was possibly a W. So it was a flat move, and here's an X wave. And then you come back down, here's your ABC, up for another W, and then A, B, C, and then a Y. That's the potential move that it made. So it would be, this whole thing was your W, your X, and back down for your Y. That's the move it possibly could make, guys. Is saying this move from here to here like this is kind of a low probability move, very uncommon type of move, which most people are going with. This whole thing like this, okay? W, X, Y, X, Z, okay? And then this one too, they got a W here, and then this is a flat, supposedly, right? They say it's bearish, and then it's going to go back down. A low probability move. So I just found that interesting. And the reason why I was looking at that, I was checking that out, is I was actually looking at Rune. And the reason I was looking at Rune is that Rune is has a wave structure that's real close to Hex. If you look at the overall picture of Rune and Hex are very, very similar. Had a fifth wave blow off on Rune. It went really, really high, really, really quick. And this is not the whole chart on Rune. And this wave was real high. It went from 35 cents all the way up to $18. Like, this is just one leg. This is just the fifth wave, guys. Like, you see the whole chart. It's massive. So 5,800%, okay? But I was running it through here, and that's what made me think with Bitcoin is that it did a flat right here, right? This is Rune's move. It did a flat up here, and then it made an X wave. This is another flat. It's an expanded flat. A, B, boom, C, like that. And it came down right here for a W, X, and then a Y. Or A, B, C, excuse me. This is A, B, and then a C, because this is a five-way move. And I was like, wait a second. If Rune made this move, maybe Bitcoin made a similar type move. So I started running the program through there like that. So if you think about this, Rune is just that different structure. And, you know, on Bitcoin, it didn't go up as high as Rune. I remember this. Everybody got real bullish. It moved real quick in that flat. But Bitcoin's is like down here, and Rune's just up there. And it's similar. This move here, what it did is similar to Hex. The whole structure of Rune, if you get the whole chart, you look at it, it's very, very similar to a Hex coin. So I was thinking, are the Hex people, did they buy a lot of Rune too? Maybe they did. That's what the chart seems to be telling me. So anyhow, and I'll go with Ethereum a little bit. Looking at this wave too, guys, as I've been saying, is that you have a pretty good probability with Ethereum that this whole wave right here was the third wave. It didn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it corrected over here. So you have a good shot with Ethereum that this whole thing was a third wave. So it's like 1, 2, 3, back down for 4, and it's working on a 5, guys. And I'm just waiting to see how this is going to play out with the fib numbers and everything that it's doing in here, this area. If it's bullish, which I think that it is, it's just a struggle to get out of there because of everything that's going on. The S&P 500, if the S&P 500 goes up to those numbers, Ethereum could definitely make a move up there, guys. But all the fib numbers are matching more towards one final push up here and then a crash. Okay, that's how I'm looking at that. So USDT dominance chart, I wanted to go over this, show you guys something here on this chart, okay? Because I think the USDT dominance, now this is just a gauge guide. This can be, guys, this can be, manipulated. I guess maybe they could print more tether and make the dominance change or something like that, okay? So this is not going to be 100% foolproof, if you will. So here's the USDT dominance chart. Oh, by the way, let me go back to Bitcoin. Where is it? Bitcoin. I just show you something on Bitcoin, right? The cryptocurrency top. The cryptocurrency top was when did most of the coins top? Right here, February to May of 21, right? But some of them were able to continue to go into November because of Ethereum. So Ethereum brought some along with that, but a lot of the cryptocurrencies topped in this area of February to May of 21, right? Okay. So you take the USDT dominance chart right here, okay, guys? USDT dominance chart was in a trend all the way into November, December 22. And where was it start of its trend? You see the date on there? Look at the date. February, May of 21, right? This area, okay? And ever since then, it's been like this. And what's been going on in the cryptocurrency market? Boom, down in a correction. You can see here, let me put on this chart right here. In the weekly chart, boom, you see, there's this trend. And it broke the trend. And now we're in this area. And I think you have a good shot that this whole thing right here is going to be making a trend like boom, like that, guys. So you see, here it was over here, it went down. That's when Bitcoin did that moonshot right here. And this is going in this area to come back down to this area. I'm thinking that's what's going to be going on, guys. And the reason I say that is you see this weekly stochastics. Look at this. This thing is getting dragged up. It's getting dragged up there, guys. Kind of like it was over here, got dragged up, played in that area. But the weekly chart is showing the momentum getting way up there. And that would be hidden bearish divergence compared to that one. See how that's much higher? And here it is over here, and that's much lower, okay? From there, you get your divergence being formed, okay? And on the daily chart, let me go to a daily chart. Daily chart, okay? I showed this too, where this could be construed as a head and shoulders pattern right here. Here's your left shoulder, here's your head, and here's your right shoulder potentially. And on the daily chart, here it is, and it's dragging it up in this area, okay? In this area, forming that bearish divergence up there, guys. So I'm kind of expecting maybe it can get up, or maybe it's done this area, and you might see another. I don't think it's going to be like this, but it could be another trend back down this way. If you just USDT dominance chart, guys. So if this is going to go down like that, that's when Bitcoin is going to be making its move over here. So the USDT dominance chart is kind of telling me that Bitcoin, just looking at it, studying it, is that it's just going to kind of probably be trending in this area, going sideways. Might dip down to 26, 20, 27, 26, and then kind of go up a little bit. And then at some point in this area, okay, I think it's going to be doing one of these moves, maybe more like this one, okay, over here. And then that's when Bitcoin can do the shot. So might be another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now. That's how I'm looking at things currently in the market, guys. best thing probably to do is not pay attention to all the bear sentiment. It's in the news. In the news, guys. Better trades will go on when you don't pay attention. The best traders don't even pay attention to any of that media stuff. They don't. They just focused on the trade, and then it goes well. It's not influencing their judgment, because that's what happens with a lot of people is they go watch somebody and they put all this in their mind, and then they're like start doubting themselves, like, oh my gosh, I was just told the S&P 500 is going to crash, and I just bought some back in 15th of March, and now I'm being told it's going to crash, and then they're up here, right? They're up here, and what do? They sell. They sell. And what can happen with that situation, guys, is something like this, okay? So they bought, let's say they bought right here, and they made some gains. They watch the media, like, it's going to crash. And it goes like this, right? And come back down here. And then they're like, oh my gosh, those guys on TV were correct. And then what does it do? Boom, 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 boom. It's back up here. And they're like, what is going on with this? It's back up above where I sold it, right? So now it's back up here, and then you can see how FOMO wave can kick in, or a melt up with the bears, guys. So I'm actually want the bearish sentiment. I want these bears to get more hardcore. Keep shorting, because the more that they do that, the more of a chance that this is going to melt up, guys. So here's the deal. In this correction with the S&P 500, this is the area I'd be looking for right here. Going into the summer, corrects back down here. And once it starts making this wave up above here, okay, look at this right here, just that resistance, and it busts through there, boom. And then this thing's going to start going like it could really do a melt up, guys, and gets right above there, 43.20 or something like that. That's what I would be checking out, see how this is all going to play out. So let's say it goes like this, and then it starts making a move. Once again, here we are, poking our head right at that resistance, come back down. Bears see, told you so, and then come back up, boom. And they're like, uh-oh. Some people are going to say the bear market is over right there, guys. They're going to say, once it gets past that, they're going to say, yep, bear market's over. They're going to flip, push this up even a little bit more, bust this one, come back down like this, maybe in a correction, and then boom, it could go up like that, guys. And you could be looking at a multi-month, this isn't going to happen in 2 weeks. This could take the rest of the year, guys. That could take the rest of the year. And if that's happening, then Bitcoin will have a good shot to be making a trend up with that too, guys. So that's what I'll be looking at with the S&P 500. And, that I don't, the worst case scenario, let me put it this way. The worst case scenario is that this is finished right here with A, B, C, but probably not, guys. Probably not. This wave is too small. You just have to see how this one's going to play out right here, guys. Okay, right here, that correction, and then what's going to do over there. Okay, that'll be the tell over the next 2 or 3 weeks, or the 3rd week of May or something like that. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.